I said Battersea. Are you ready?
Okay, we're going to do a countdown this year, and we're going to go in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Where is everyone?
1, 2, 1, 2. My name's Christian Williams. I'm a presenter for Virgin Radio and BOTB.com. And of course, the face and the voice of the Wandsworth Council Battersea Park fireworks. But not for this year. Unfortunately, we can't bring you the incredible event we had planned. But we are planning the biggest and the best firework display you will have ever seen for 2021. We are going to take, though, the next few minutes to speak to you, the people that have come and enjoyed the event over the last few years, shared incredible experiences, and also take a look and hear from the people that put this amazing event together.
Genuinely devastated.
Yeah, quite frustrated that it's not on.
A lot of sadness.
Very sad.
We're missing yet another chance to bring people together.
The energy and the electricity that comes from having so many people together sharing an experience is just a really, really special thing.
Whenever I came back to the UK with my job, I managed to plan it around the fireworks weekend, and it started to become a bit of a ritual of taking firstly my husband to Battersea fireworks. He loved it. The next year we then took one of our best friends with us, and you've just got that, come on guys, get it going, and the music is building. And then when that first firework goes off, this is ridiculous, I'm actually getting emotional talking about it. That first firework goes off and everybody is just amazed, and everybody stops and watches, and they're just captivated. I love fireworks.
Hi, my name is Steffi Sutters, Councillor Steffi Sutters, and I'm the Cabinet Member for Community Services and Open Spaces in Wandsworth, and that includes the fireworks. Everybody just loves it. That's all I can say really. We're all like, wow, just great.
I've been going to Battersea fireworks for over 17 years. I mean, I think it's the best fireworks display in London. It's so atmospheric. There's always lots to do. You're speechless when you see it.
Basically who I used to celebrate fireworks night with, and it was always with my dad. My dad passed away last year, so it's a very special night to me. We used to always go every year. I just remember the whole night, like from the build-up of going, seeing the amazing shows. So it's a really special night, and still now that my dad's gone, it's like memories.
So last year was my first visit, and it's a really significant day. It's a day I'll always remember because in around lunchtime found out that my wife was pregnant. So went there that day with all of her family, and obviously had this kind of huge thing like percolating in our minds, but obviously it was far too early to tell anyone. So it was like this hugely significant occasion already, and obviously then going to the fireworks, I guess it just made it all the more special.
The atmosphere as well when the actual fireworks are setting off was intense. Like, it was so cool. So being surrounded by so many happy people. I also actually loved walking into the venue because it was all, you had all the beautiful colours of the trees all highlighted. So it was a really nice setting as well.
I just think it's kind of a magical night. It's the beginning of winter and all your friends are there, and you know, you can get lost in looking up at the fireworks, but really the magic is when you look around and see all of your friends enjoying it together and just sharing in the experience. That's what's really nice about it.
It's the one thing to look forward to just before Christmas, at the end of the year, and yeah, it's just brings people together and a sense of enjoyment.
I'm always early, so like at Battersea Park it's usually 6 o'clock for gates opening. I'm the first person at the gate with my ticket. I need to be close to that metal bar when that bonfire's lit. My friends always mock me because I get really stressed if they're like having drinks in the house and they're late for the meet-up. I ain't waiting for you. Just the whole build-up of it, I just love it.
Hello, my name is Jane Cooper and I'm the Mayor of Wandsworth. It's on everybody's calendar, everybody knows. Go down to Battersea Park and it's fabulous. Everybody enjoys it.
It helps to have a special event like this to bring everyone together and stuff. Get people together for fireworks, gives you a bit of an excuse for a party.
I literally don't even communicate for them 22 minutes. I just think the work that must go in to planning that, the timing, it just keeps you hooked the whole way through the display.
All right, let's hit it.
That's all right.
down the lens or kind of look to the side like I'm doing it?
Like that?
Ready?
No. No, never. Are we really? Okay. So there are about 300 people as part of our fireworks family that a lot of people probably don't even realise are on site.
My name is Donald Eckersley, Parks Officer, Contract Management.
I'm Annabelle, I am the Event Production Manager.
I'm Chloe and I am the Event Production Assistant.
I am a Senior Park and Event Police Constable, 116 Sonny Araba.
I'm Parks and Events Police Constable Jason Crawford.
I'm Andrew Wiggins and I'm the Display Director of Chipping Fireworks Limited.
I'm Mike Povell and I'm the Senior Firer on site.
My name's Rob Prestage and I run all the lighting and power for the Battersea fireworks display.
My name's Cara Gibson. I don't really have an official title for the event and I act as the Health and Safety Coordinator on the lead up to the event.
I'm Gemma Bechevaise. I am the Head of Events at Enable Leisure and Culture and I'm the Show Director for Battersea Park Fireworks.
Yeah, 6 months it just starts to get busier. As soon as the summer programme's over, that becomes our focus.
It never stops. You're already thinking about the following year as the event is happening. You're looking at how you can learn about what's gone right, what's gone wrong, and about what you can adapt for the future year. But really, we properly get our fingers into it sort of around midway through the year, which is always difficult because it's when we're trying to run all the other events going on in the park. But yeah, it never stops. It's a constant cycle.
I think we're always looking to improve. We never want to just get into a routine and roll the same thing out every year. On the other hand, it's such an important event to so many people. We've got to make sure we keep that essence the same and make sure people still have the Bonfire night day they know and love.
Every year we want to get better, we want it to be bigger, we want it to be bolder, we want it to just show off basically. You've got a beautiful park that we can light in the most wonderful ways. We want the whole experience from the moment you get off the bus or get off the train, you're in that mood, you're getting that party vibe and you're seeing the colours and you're seeing the whole park all beautifully lit up. And it's about, just getting bigger and better every year with new and weird ideas.
Planning for the show actually takes a very long time indeed. I work closely with the Enable Leisure team to discuss between us any theme or concept that may be for the show. Choosing the music is not necessarily a simple process you may first see. Tens of thousands of people at the display and we try to put something there for everybody, kids, young, old alike. So after many weeks of discussions and mixing and remixing different pieces of music, we'll finally have a soundtrack that everyone is happy with. At that point, I'll then start the long process actually of matching the fireworks to the soundtrack, which involves me basically just sitting down and listening to each piece of music over and over and over again, maybe hundreds of times.
Battersea Fireworks is our sort of crown event, so certainly a month out, it's 90% of our time. Starting to sort of feel the impact of it coming hurtling towards you at a terrifying speed, and knowing that 50,000 people are going to turn up on the day and you've got to make sure everything's in place. So about 2 months out or a month out, we have our sort of safety advisory groups where we sit down with various safety bodies from around the capital, and everybody puts us through our emergency procedure plans to make sure that the event is as safe as possible.
We start the build 3 weeks before the actual fireworks day, and erecting fences, crowd control, certain areas of the park have to be locked down so public can't get in. There's 1,000,001 things that crop up on a daily basis that you have to deal with to make sure that it all runs smoothly, it all runs safely, and it's not for us, it's for the public. It's just damn hard work for 3 weeks.
2 weeks before, we come and put some of the logistics in. We start running cables through the trees and a few things that we can do around the park without disturbing people or without shutting the park or any areas of the park. And then it's the week starting on the Tuesday is normally when everything starts turning up. So we'll have our lorries turn up with all our lighting, the generators will turn up, and we'll have crews on site who are running all the cables, plugging everything in, getting everything up, up above people's heads and high and safe and stuff. We've had some big lighting shows so the audience have something to watch whilst waiting for the fireworks display to start, and that's got bigger year on year. And we've lit more of the park so that zone areas are colour coded and makes it a bit more fun Last year we ran around about 6,000 metres of cable using 6 or 8 generators across the whole site to give loads of power and loads of light where people needed it.
The week before is full, long hours out on site, making sure that everybody gets everything done during the daylight and wearing a lot of layers, wearing a lot of high-vis and hard hats and making sure everyone's doing their job properly. Just seeing the event build and come to life, I suppose.
So there's a couple of things I like to do before the event. First is I'll get Chloe, who you can't see, but she's just off the camera smiling now because she knows what I'm going to say. She drives me around in this buggy basically before the event, just so I can get a bit of a kind of an overview of where everything is in the daylight before it plunges into darkness and we let the fireworks off, just so I know where everything is and I can get my bearings. That kind of makes me feel a little bit more calm. And then the other thing I do is just triple check the playlist that I've got and go and talk with the guys that are setting the fireworks off, just because I'm always so worried that we're going to do this amazing countdown and then nothing happens. So even though it's not my job to hit the fire button, I do like to just go and check they're okay with everything. So yeah, there's a couple of things I like to do just before.
The atmosphere is always great on the day. Everyone's just working together.
It's a very, very long day, but it's a very fun day.
I've now done 3 fireworks, so I kind of see familiar faces or I see some new people. That's really exciting.
I think for me the fun bit is when the pyro team turn up. So obviously these guys are the important people, so when they turn up with their sort of several vans full of dynamite, that's quite exciting.
On the day of the show, we'll have a team of around about 10 people. They'll work from around about 8 AM to set up the display. A display like Battersea of this scale, but you'd expect to fire anything between 10 and 20,000 different fireworks over the course of 20 minutes.
I get involved with sound, make sure that they're all set up, make sure they can provide me with the feeds that I need for the firing systems, and then I'm in charge of the firing systems, make sure everything's wired in, make sure everything's tested, and make sure we're ready to go. And then of course I have to deal with the bonfire.
The bonfire, we do that in a day. It used to take ages because we'd throw everything at it. In 1990, as an example, we had a storm come through the park and we lost, I think, 13 trees that year. So all the logs and that was stored in the yard and we just threw them on as well. And we made this huge bonfire and I think it caught the trees alight as well. Yeah, it was ridiculously big. It was ridiculous. No, we just use, I think it's about 250 to 350 pallets. We leave large gaps, we pack it with straw, then they come in and they put a large incendiary which, once lit, burns at somewhere in the region of 1,000 degrees. And it's all lit electronically now. It's wired to a box, so it's basically pressing a button.
On the night itself, I get to light the bonfire. However, I normally take a small person with me, but it's such great fun for them to actually think they've lit the bonfire with the mayor. So that's my role, to try and get through those crowds. And believe it or not, thanks to the wonderful Battersea Park Police, the crowds just pass and I'm allowed to get on with my job, and that's what I do on the evening.
Because she's the mayor of Wandsworth Borough Council, she's well known to the public, and on our way for her to light the bonfire, one of my roles is to protect her and the partner or the husband or the wife. I've seen children who want to say hello to the mayor, and the mayor is quite happy to have a chat with kids, adults and everybody.
They hit the button, all the firecrackers go off and then you hear this boom, and you get this huge cheer from the crowd. And the roar that goes up when that fire gets lit, it's marvellous, it is. You have to be there really to understand it and feel it.
The most amazing thing for me, other than the display for the fireworks, is listening to the chat on the radio before the actual display goes off, because you think that it's just as simple as pushing a button, but it's really not. So much goes into this event. Honestly, I can't begin to tell you, from security to crowd safety to all of the events team that put it on, to all the caterers that come along, you know, any sponsors that we got, the mayor comes down, like all of this has to be arranged for what is literally a 15-minute display, all people coming into the park just for this incredible moment together. And to hear people chatting on the radio is just amazing, because it's the most organised chaos you would have ever heard. Everyone knows what they're doing, but when you listen to the radio chatter, it's bonkers. And I love that build-up. That really kind of gets the adrenaline going.
And then as we get nearer to the fireworks and the music picks up, that again sort of gets the anticipation going, and then suddenly, boom, we're off.
Battersea Park.
So 3 words that would describe fireworks to me would be fun, fabulous and fantastic.
Absolutely bloody brilliant.
Big, sparkly magic.
Atmosphere, party, friendship.
Awesome, awesome and awesome.
The final big firework happened, and then there was just this silence. Absolute silence, and then the roar of the audience as they realised what had happened and they felt the impact of the firework and they knew the show was over, and it just still gives me tingles when I think about it.
It reverberates through your whole body. You can feel it in your heart, you can feel it, and you're just like...
Picking my favourite song for fireworks is like trying to choose between your favourite children. I mean, if you've been to the fireworks over the last few years, you'll see that we have quite an eclectic mix when it comes to the actual display music itself. We've gone from The Greatest Showman, we had Circle of Life last year, which I didn't think would work, but went down really well.
Our first dance was George Ezra Paradise. I would love to hear fireworks played to that song because we decided we didn't want a mushy slow dance, we wanted something super fun, and I just think it would be perfect set to fireworks.
Flight of the Valkyries by Wagner. There's a lot of suspense, there's a lot of drama, and then there's a huge finale.
For fireworks night, it would be Firework by Katy Perry, not personally because I love the song, just because it's that cliche of it's the first song that comes into my head.
Bomb Funk MC's Freestyler, because it was one of those 90s songs that was really popular at the time and just no one's played it for the last 20 years.
Travelling Light, Eric Clapton.
Rage Against the Machine go up there as well, I reckon. Killing in the Name of, that'd be pretty decent. Maybe Sum 41, Fat Lip, that might be a good one for the...
For me, it's Black Eyed Peas. Boom, boom, pow. That's a wicked song.
Good choice, good choice. I'm a bit of old school, so I'll probably go ELO, Mr. Blue Sky. It's a really uplifting, sort of happy song.
I'm a big fan of the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I love Can't Stop. The way that builds at the beginning, I think is a fantastic tune.
I'll probably be quite cheesy with this one, but for the environment and for the times, I would definitely pick Pharrell, Happy. Yeah, during the fireworks, you should feel happy. So I think it's probably a great, timely song to play.
Now I've actually had a poem commissioned by Marianne Tompkinson. Remember, remember the 5th of November, down at Battersea Park, rockets whizzing and popping, sky brightened in the dark. Remember, remember the treasured power station, the iconic backdrop to the bonfire smoking and glowing, sparks flying in the trees atop. Remember, remember the large peace pagoda overlooking the Thames, children's faces bright and beaming, spider fireworks falling like gems. Remember, remember the 2 river bridges lit by white shooting stars, as all converge in the park on foot, leaving at home all their cars. Remember, remember the hot dogs and burgers, chips, chestnuts and tasty fare, enjoyed by Wandsworthians old and young, including me, your dutiful mayor. Remember, remember all the sights, smells and noise of bonfire night and the fun, till the virus is controlled or gone. Let's look forward to 2021.
When we hear the applause at the end of the display and the cheers, it makes all the weeks of hard work all worthwhile, and it's what we all do.
The team do such an incredible job of surprising even me, and you can imagine it when you hear the music. You can imagine what you think it's going to look like, but it always blows my mind.
It's the crew that make it. It's the rest of the team that make the event, because both from Enable's side and from my guys, they all know what they're doing. Fantastic team of people, and just want to get across that they make my life really, really easy.
My absolute favourite bit of the night always is to just take a couple of seconds and look back into the audience. From where we stand, the audience are behind me and they're all looking up at the sky and their faces are all illuminated with light. And you just look back and you see families coming together and children being amazed at what they're seeing, and couples making out, and just groups of people having the best moment of their night. And that makes every hard moment totally and utterly worth it. So there are lots of other events that are longer or bigger or have other great things to them, but there's nothing like Battersea Park fireworks.
Well, it's safe to say this event means as much for us as it does for you. Amazing to hear those incredible stories. And of course, we're gutted we can't bring you the amazing event we had planned, that is the Wandsworth Council Battersea Park Fireworks for 2020. But we have some amazing surprises lined up for next year's event, and we can't wait to welcome you into the park. But we'll give you a little bit of a taster a bit nearer the time. But for now, we're just going to have to do that amazing countdown to next year. Cheers, bye. Yeah, Mum, I'm all done. You can come and use the lounge again. Did you hear that joke about the fireworks? What do you call when you cross a dinosaur with a firework? Dynamite. Whee! This is pretty good, I thought.
You've never seen Battersea Park fireworks? Oh my God. It's better than New Year in my eyes. It really is. Like, I don't even bother with New Year anymore.
Hopefully that's not a camera. You can edit that out. Edit that bit out.
I've been going to Battersea fireworks for probably around 10 years now. Do you want that again? Yeah.
3 words that kind of come to your mind.
My aching back.
My name is... I'll ask the question, you answer, okay?
With the egret.
Ooh. And she's gone. Nice one. Driver, onwards. I feel like Battersea's Beyonce.